Good evening. Welcome to the last lap to Snap 2024. We'll try to review as many grammar sections, topics as we can in this 1 hour or so. And just give me a minute while I set up your chat and put my phone on mute. All right. Meanwhile, if you can see me and hear me clearly, just give me some kind of a let me know if you can see me and hear me clearly. All right. And then I'll also know that my chat is working. All right. Are you ready to start? All ready for Snap? Cat is done, dusted. Let's not think of cat anymore. We go back to Snap. And I am ready for the session. Let me just untangle this and then I am all set. Um, My name is Savitri Krishnamurthy. I teach English and Logic at CL. And let me hide this. All right, all set to start. All right, you know that in Snap we have 15 questions, out of which the questions are divided between grammar and vocabulary. So, the past few years, whatever grammar questions are there, hello Darshan, whatever questions have been asked, we've tried to put it together. Quite a few of our questions on prepositions, a few sentence correction questions, error detection. Mostly Snap grammar is an error detection. You can also have fill in the blanks for prepositions. Now, that doesn't mean they cannot give you sentence correction, as in one sentence with four variations of the sentence, but I have stuck to error detection and fill in the blanks. Error detection means a sentence is divided into 4 or 5 parts, and you are asked which part of the sentence has the error, right? Or prepositions, most of the cases, it is fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks can be vocabulary based fill in the blanks or grammar based. If it's grammar based, it's mostly prepositions. Then I have a few questions on verbs and tenses. Haven't done much of nouns and pronouns because I haven't seen too many questions on them, but they do look at how well you know your parts of speech. So they ask you to identify a word and ask you what part of speech is that word. So we will do that also. So what I've done is I've tried to put together as many concepts as possible. Let's start without much ado. And as I teach, as we solve the questions, I will teach you some more concepts related to that question if possible. All right, let's start. Okay. Okay. Uh, we have Snap 2024 online classes, 20 live and interactive and strategy sessions, and 10 full length mocks. So scan and join if you're really serious about SCAT. This is Snap. This is a very, very good chance for you to ace the exam. We have all these subjects, all the topics covered in the 20 sessions and the 10 full length mocks. All right. Identify the part of the sentence with the error. Read it, and yes, we will be having an entire entire ZAT course itself is there, and decision making is also there. Yes, it's part of a ZAT course, and decision making definitely is part of that. All right. All right, first question. I like music in general, but I enjoy the music of 1990s the most. Which part of the sentence has the error? A, I like music. B, I enjoy the music. C, of 1990s. D, the most, actually, it should be. Which part of the sentence has the error? I'm seeing 14 students. I want to see as many answers, and as many likes, if possible, if you like the session only. All right, which part of the sentence has the error? Quickly, A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Quickly mark the. I like music, but I enjoy the music of 1990s most. Okay, when you are, wait, let me just get this right. All right. When you're talking of music in general, you don't need to use any article. So A is correct. But here we're talking the music of 1990s. So this the is also correct. All right. The music of, now if I say the music of 1990 only 1 year, then it is correct. But here I'm talking of the decade, so I should say the music of the 1990s the most. The hai yahan pe, so C is the part of the sentence with the error. Do you get it, all of you? See, the has been given in the option, in the sentence. All right, so the most you have to use before superlatives, you use articles. So the has been given there. Here, the is missing in C, so C. So whenever you get a year, you don't use. So you should not say, I was born in the 1993 or 2004 or whatever. But if you're talking of the decade, you have to use the article. This question has been asked in when cat had grammar. This was asked in cat. This has been asked in zat. This has been asked in mhcet. I'm sure some year or the other it was asked in snap also. All right, okay, let's look at the next question. Clear, all of you? Question 2. If I read it aloud, sometimes I give the game away. The let me just this right. Okay. The Powai police in Mumbai arrested Delhi-based man on charges of abetment after his girlfriend allegedly died by suicide in Marol, Andheri on Monday. Which part of the sentence has the error? A, B, C, or D? Which part of the sentence has the error? Darshan, Shom Shubhra, Harita, quick, and 15 more. I want answers quickly. Is it A? Is it the Powai police in Mumbai? Is it B, arrested Delhi based businessman on charges of abetment? Give me the question number, huh, Ajay? Is that for question 2? Ajay, 8x Vortex, Jai Shikha. Everyone says, what is the correct sentence? Indeed, it is B, arrested a Delhi based, it cannot be just Delhi based, arrested a Delhi based man. The rule is before any singular countable noun, that means a noun that can be expressed as a number, you have to use an article, either a, an, or the, depending on the context. Here, some one person was arrested. That's what you're saying. Some Delhi based man. So you'll say a Delhi based man on charges of abetment after his girl allegedly died by suicide. Nowadays, we don't use the term committed suicide anymore. In Andheri, place you use in, preposition is correct. Days you use on, that preposition is also correct. Okay, all right, excellent. Okay, let's look at question 3. The police described the culprit as a man in a red sweatshirt with a pronounced limp. Okay, this is obviously a question having either article or pronoun error. So the options are the police described the culprit as a man in a red sweatshirt with a pronounced limp, and D says no error. Could it be possible that the sentence is correct and has no error? Or is A, B, any part of it? Any issues with the articles and or prepositions in this sentence. Give me the question number when you answer, all right? Because everything looks A, B, C, D to me, and there's a small lag. So by the time I look at your answers, I'm not sure if you're giving me the answer to which question. So give me the answer with the question number, makes life easier for me. The police described the culprit. The hoga kya? As a man in a red sweatshirt with a pronounced limp. Okay, I'm seeing lot of B's as the answer. Why B? What do you think is the correct one? Anybody would care to write? Care to explain in the comment section? All right, so here we are assuming some crime is there. So the person who is suspected, the culprit, is fine. Let me just erase this. Okay, this is fine. As a man, a man. Now we come to the three important prepositions when we use to describe people. In is used for anything you wear. With is used for anything you carry or for any kind of physical description, and of is used to describe either age or quality. So now, a man in a red t-shirt is correct. Suppose the man is a red sweatshirt. Suppose the man was carrying a red sweatshirt, then with a red sweatshirt is correct. But here it's clear. There's nothing wrong in saying in a red shirt. Right now, you'll say the lady in the white, whatever, top. Correct? So in, if you're wearing a black t-shirt, I'll say the boy in the black t-shirt. That's why our cricketers are called men in blue. That's why that movie is called Men in Black, that famous movie. Correct? So in is used for things that you wear, and with is used for anything, with specs, with a long nose, with long hair, with curly hair, with straight hair, with dyed hair, okay, with a limp, with a toothache. So you use with for any kind when you're describing any kind of physical characteristic. So the correct answer for this question was there is no error, and D is the correct answer. All right, clear, all of you? Okay, next question 4. The most important lesson to learn is that people can respectfully disagree from each other without questioning commitments and values. Just give me 1 second, guys. I think my charger is just going off. Just give me a second while you answer this question. Sorry about that. I'm back. I had not switched on the. All right. Ha, what's the answer here? Okay, so which part of the sentence has the error? You've got the answer right. Which part of the sentence? All right. Yes, most of you got that right. Excellent. The answer obviously is not disagree from each other, but disagree with each other without questioning commitments and values. Excellent. Okay, let's look at the other one. So agree and disagree and different in certain, disagree not so much, agree and Agree has a lot of prepositions it can take depending on the context. Okay, all right. The hotel's bedding is made only from the finest cottons and linens. Hotel's bedding is made only from the finest cottons and linens, or no error. Which part of the sentence is wrong in question? That was question 4, is it? Yeah. Question 5. Which part? So you say A, B, C, or D. I'm glad you're also explaining. What should it be? What should it be? There are many who are saying D. There are many who are saying one part of the sentence is the error. What should the corrected sentence be if D is not the correct answer? If so, what is the difference? Made of and made from confuses all of us. See, linen, cotton, these tables, chairs, linens, cotton, bed sheets are made of cotton, of linen, because the material remains the same. If there is a process and that's only the original source, you use from. So in this case, you're supposed to use of. All right. And I'm glad many of you got that right. Some of you thought it's D, nothing wrong. But next time, remember, cheese is made from milk, butter is made from milk, but bangles are made of gold, of silver. This table is made of wood. All right, got the difference? Okay, next question. This prepositions, or any phrase. You can use a word or a phrase. Okay, I don't know what questions I have included here. Indian cricket commentary dash radio need not be mediocre. What is the preposition you need here? In, on, with, or from. What is the preposition used before radio? Indian cricket commentary dash radio need not be mediocre. This was from an article by Derek O'Brien criticizing Indian cricket commentary. Um, I don't know. I think it was in the Indian Express yesterday, maybe. I'm not sure. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So far, all correct. Indian cricket commentary on radio. All right, you see something on the radio. The general tendency is to think it is in, right? Excellent. Okay. On radio, uh, need not be mediocre. Both coconut and neem leaves are valued dash flavor and nutrition. What is the preposition I need here? Question 7. What is the preposition I need here? Both coconut and neem leaves are valued dash flavor and nutrition. An article criticizing Navjot Singh Sidhu gave an interview where he said his wife was cured of cancer by just taking a diet of coconut milk and neem leaves. So people said that's not true. She also had chemotherapy. She also had other treatment. So just to say that yes, maybe she recovered, but just to say that this is it, you take only this, and if you have cancer, you'll be cured, would be misleading a lot of people who don't know better. All right, excellent again. Mostly correct answers are valued. Now remember, properties are valued at a price when you're putting a value for something. But this is, they are treasured, they are given value, they are given importance because of, so for their flavor and nutrition. Excellent. All right, let's look at question 8. Politicians cannot ignore the aspirations of people dash the periphery, especially women. At, on, in, or around. Give me the question number when you answer. Okay. Politicians cannot ignore the aspirations of, oh, 1 second. I have to, okay. Now the close options are this or this. What do you think? People at the margins, that's what you are saying. So actually it is at. Now you don't ask me why for prepositions. Prepositions use, no, around the periphery nahi hoga. People on the so we say on the fringes, okay, at the border, margins, or periphery. Okay, because they are at a point on the out, but we don't say around. Okay. So basically, prepositions, the usage of prepositions is idiomatic. So I always tell students, I can tell you what is the correct answer most of the time, not always, but I can't tell you why. And one example I give students is at and in when you use to describe place. There are as many variations as possible. So what is the rule for time and place? The rule is for a point you use at. This class started at 8:30 p.m. If you want to give days and dates, you use on. Years, months, parts of the day, seasons, things like that, you use in. Correct? In the morning, in January, in 2024. All right. Similarly, for a small place, you use at. For a point like airports, railway station. The plane arrived at or landed at Bangalore or at Delhi, New Delhi. We use at for a point and we use in for a larger place. When in doubt, it's better to use in than at, but at the periphery, as I said. That is the general rule. Then uh, there's a big tree dash the corner of the street. There was one once upon a time near my house. The first thing people do, oh, it is obstructing the view, they cut off the tree. Nothing happened after that. The road didn't get widened, but the tree is gone. What will you say? At, in, on, quick, quick, quick. At. Okay. Okay. It is, there's a car. Why is there a traffic jam? There's a car parked dash the middle of the street. Very, very common occurrence. The guy will come, he'll say 2 minutes, he'll go to the shop to buy something, and you'll be waiting. There's no space for two cars to go, at least not in the big, great city that I live in. There's a car parked dash the middle of the street. Ho gaya in. All right, very good. Okay, in. Now, most people, okay, place their TV sets dash the corner of the living room. आजकल wall mounted आ गया, so that is of course a little different. But generally, what do you do? Now, there's a tree at the corner of the street, but we say in the corner of the living room. Why? I do not know. What I will tell you. At nahi, it is in. All right. Another example. Are you sitting dash? Do you like sitting dash the front of the class or dash the back? Do you? Some people like sitting dash the front of the class and some dash the back. What will you say? You're asking a question. Do you like sitting dash the front of the class or dash the back? In the front but at the back. What is the difference? There is no difference, but we still use. All right. So the uh, preposition usage is very idiomatic. So what you need to do whenever there's a preposition question, if you follow me, I close my eyes and I think and then I write it down. I don't even look at the options. The moment I look at the options, I get confused. At hoga ya in hoga, I start getting confused. All right. Guys, Snap 2024 online classes are on, 20 live and interactive sessions, strategy sessions, and 10 full length mocks. So scan and join. All right, question 9. The Olympic truce in the 9th century BC was used by the warring kings in Greece to allow peaceful competition dash athletes as a substitute for the actual conflict. What is the word I want to use? Between, among, amongst, or all are correct. On the chair. You sit on the chair, but do you sit dash the table? Sit on a chair, but dash the table, sit on the table. Is it correct? 9. What's the difference between B and C? What's the difference between B and C? Nay, nay. Now, what am I doing? This is my study table and I'm teaching y'all. Or when you're at the dining table, you don't sit on the dining table or at a desk, but on a chair. All right. Okay. Next, what's the difference between among and amongst? There's so Saurav, as I said, in and on, not much, I guess, but I have always used on, and in fact, when you read, on is used. Take a seat. Okay, many people were sitting on chairs, some people were sitting on the ground. All right. All right. Between for two people or when the division is two. The mother divided the cake between her two children among all her children. Among and amongst is Old English. And if you have to use among, use it with uncountable nouns, if at all. Means words which express a quantity rather than a number. All right. But avoid using among is the better word. All right. Okay. Next. So here B is the correct answer. Somebody's made the PPT with great care. Only I find clicking for each option to come a bit tedious. That's the only way we can improve our security architecture to protect society by catching up dash or overtaking the innovative trends in terrorism. I got a lot of mistakes when I used this in the class. I had changed the sentence slightly. So let me see what you guys do. We can improve our security architecture to protect society by catching up dash or overtaking the innovative trends in terrorism. So the terrorists are really, every time there's a new technology, it reaches the terrorists first. So this is the only way one can really uh, keep pace with what the terrorists are doing. So what's the answer? Excellent. Okay, you catch up with. All right, catch up with. Okay, most of you got the answer correct. 10C is the correct answer. Excellent. All right. Which part of this sentence is incorrect? With the two main engines of consumption and investment looking positive, there is a reason to believe that overall growth will remain above 7% this year. Which part is wrong? With the two main engines of consumption and investment looking positive, there is a reason to believe that overall growth will remain above 7% this year. Which of these options is incorrect? What is the correct answer? And why is that part incorrect? Give me a reason for C being incorrect. A reason means one reason. There is a reason means enough justification. So here we are not talking about one reason. Okay, here we are using reason to make there is sense, there is enough justification to believe. All right. Okay, the person who made the PPT removed the uh, all right. 75 years ago, the modern, so basically remember, if you're looking at a sentence and something instinctively sounds wrong, those are prepositions and article usage. When you find that that instinctive error is not there, then the next you will be looking at is errors in subject verb, tenses. Third one would be comparisons and parallel sentence construction. All right, now let's look at the sentence. 75 years ago, the modern idea of India had become a robustly secular and constitutional construct, thanks to the vision and intellect of our founding fathers. Ma'am has not given no error as an option. So, where do I look for the error? So, this I actually patterned this on a rule of grammar that has been asked very often. Okay. What is wrong with? So, I've got only one answer so far. How are the others? Quickly. Why is it B? Aditya and Shomashubra and Nimesh think it's B. Why is it B? What is the error? The error is in what makes B incorrect? What do you think makes B incorrect? The others seem okay, therefore it has to be B. You didn't give us a fifth option, right? But how would you correct it? If B indeed is the correct answer, so why? Okay, it is not had become, but it is became. Why? Because we're talking of only an event that happened 75 years ago. When you are talking of only one incident that happened in the past, or you're talking of one event or one anecdote about the past, it will be a simple past. If there are two actions and one action happened a little before the other, only then would you use the past perfect. Okay. So here I've also given the explanation so you can see it later. All right. It is became, not had become. Excellent. Very good. Okay. We are on the right track. You're getting all 15 correct this time. Okay. 15 on 15 in English. Had cancer cure been possible with diet and untested therapies, we would not have seen so many women patients with their age profile becoming younger. Is the Here I will do a little bit of explanation of the sentence structure. Question 13, give me the question number please before when you write the answer. So there are quite a few questions in at every second year. They ask you questions on conditional sentences. Okay, this is an example of conditional. Had is if okay, if cancer cure had been. This can be mentioned as if cancer cure had been possible or had cancer cure been possible. There are three types of conditional sentences. If you try to succeed, you will succeed. Okay. First one is in simple present tense. Second one is in simple future. You will succeed. This is called conditional sentence one. The second one would be if you tried to succeed, you, my handwriting is not the greatest, you would or could or even might, everything is okay, succeed. Okay. These two are talking of the future. Okay. The first one, when the chances of your succeeding is quite high, you're confident of it, then you'll say, then you use if simple present in the if clause and simple future in the then clause, the second part of the then clause. The second one, you are using past tense with a would, could, might because you're not very sure of the result. Okay. The third one, which is what this is in, is if you had tried or had you tried to succeed, you would have succeeded. You didn't try, therefore you didn't succeed. Now, here, if cancer cure had been possible or had cancer cure been possible with diet and untested therapies, we would not have seen so many women patients. Now, some students think C is an awkward construction. What do you mean age profile becoming younger? The age profile of women patients, women cancer patients. That means more and more younger women are getting cancer. That's what it means. So 13, the answer is actually no error. The sentence has been expressed correctly. It saved me the time to explain this question properly. Got it? If you study hard, you will succeed or you will pass. If you studied harder, you would, could, might, or if you had studied harder. Guys, just give me 1 second, just 1 second again. Okay, this, just give me 1 second. All right, clear? Okay, let's look at question 14. I'm back. Question 14. Let's look at this. Common beings along with their no, you read it. I'm not going to read it. If I read it, I will pause at the wrong place and you will uh, figure out what's the error. Which part of this sentence has an error? Question 14. Harita, Nitya have given the answer so far. Ajay also. Common beings along with their. So remember, whenever you have things like this, along with, okay, uh, here, if this is plural, the verb will be plural. If this is singular, this is in parenthesis, so this is ignored, okay, along with y. But here we are saying common beings along with others. Here this is fine, may have originated in South America, but their versatility and heartiness. Now, what happens here is we think of versatility and heartiness as one idea. If you think of it as one idea, then has is correct. But the thing is, there are two different qualities altogether, versatility and heartiness. Therefore, have, you have to put not. These are two qualities. You can have two ideas treated as one when they are clubbed together. Like we'll say, bread and milk is the popular diet of somebody. Okay, that way you can say it. But here, versatility and heartiness are two different qualities. So you will say have ensured that they've become, who, which are that the beans have become a pantry staple around the world. All right, so C is the, there's an agreement of verb with subject error in this question. All right, all of you clear? Okay. Along with our snap series, we have a test series for non-cat. So let's say you say, I don't want the lessons, I only want the mocks. Then we have a non-cat test series as well, and enrollments are on. Please scan that and enroll. All right. Let's look at question 15. On the contrary, if the wars intensified, supply chains will be further disrupted and gravely affect developing countries. On the contrary, if the wars intensified, supply chains will be further disrupted and gravely affect developing countries. Which part of the sentence has an error? A, B, C, and then D has a very different option written here. Either A or B is incorrect. Do you agree with it? Is it A, B, C, or D? What is the correct answer? First, remember, I told you. Let me see some more answers and then I'll tell you how to tackle this question. What do you think? What concept is being tested here? What concept is being tested here for you to say, okay, I'm going to correct this sentence? The moment you have a had or an if starting, you know it's a conditional. It may be a conditional sentence. Now you have, if the war intensified, then what will happen? What kind of conditional is this? If you keep the first sentence as it is, this is in past tense, right? If you tried, you would. So this is type 2 conditional. So what will be? Would be further disrupted. Now you can turn around and say, ma'am, but if I change this, then this will be correct. That also is correct. So if I say, if the wars intensify, then what will happen? Supply chains will be further disrupted. So what's the correct answer? D. If I write, if I keep A as it is, B has to be changed to this, right? Else, if I change A to if the wars intensify, then I will leave B as it is. So either A or B is incorrect. If you change one, that's enough. Therefore, the correct answer is D. Got it, all of you? Okay, we've done two conditional sentences so far. Conditional 3, and with this you have now got practice of conditional 1 and 2. If I work hard, I will succeed. If I worked hard, I would or could or might succeed. If I had worked hard, I would have succeeded. Got it? Those are the three. Okay, next. Question 16. The number of podcast listeners in India are estimated to be 17 million. Really? Yes. Because people are losing patience. Nobody wants to read. Everyone wants to listen to anything. They don't want to read. My daughter listens to audio books, and I tell her how. For me, a book, you have to read a book. Somebody else reading it spoils the entire joy. But then she says no. All right, question 16. Actually, here I should add an not to distract you or something, but I should add a fifth option here, no error. For some questions, I could have done that. Question 16. I have four answers so far from so many students. A number of students are waiting outside. The number of students waiting outside is large. So the number is always singular. So you have is here. Okay. Is. No error. I just added. This is called a red herring just to distract you. And I said, I am not distracting you. Already, बहुत easy हो गया. Otherwise, you will say, अच्छा, the number of podcast listeners, there's no mistake. In India, there's no mistake. To be 70 million, no mistake, has to be C. So I should have added E in some. No, actually, in some questions I forgot to add E. Not because I mean I think I changed that question. That I'm not sure if I did or not. Again 17. What did I do? 18 by mistake. To no 17. Okay. Question 17. The minister stated that there's a significant difference between the culture of India and of countries where these social media platforms originate. The minister stated that there's a significant difference between the culture of India and of countries where these social media platforms originate. What should be the answer? How would you correct it? Harita, Freshwoods, Nitya, how would you correct it? Why is what you have written, why is C incorrect? If you think C is incorrect, how would you correct it? That's where I thought of adding that. Culture के साथ, which is the word you would use here? The initial sentence, I wanted to uh, insert those instead of that. Okay, but then I changed my mind. All right, and that, so you're between, you are comparing culture of India with the culture of other countries. So either you mention that, that becomes redundant, so you'll say that. All right, there has to be, whenever there is a comparisons, you have to remember two things. One is comparisons have to be logical, comparisons have to be parallel. So the structure, the way it is mentioned has to be correct. And see what you're comparing. You're comparing the culture of India to other countries. No, the culture of India has to be compared with the culture of other countries. All right. Okay. Question 18. After I see the first answer, I'll change because we are running out of time and I have plenty of questions to still do. While every win is celebrated and every loss is lamented in a democracy, wins and losses is more than just results. Wins and losses, D is indeed the wrong answer, correct answer. Wins and losses are more than just results. Excellent. The Indian government apparently believes that neither athletes nor non athletes have any role to play in, oh, this. See the options. See the options. C. Neither the government nor the player. When both sides are singular, the verb has to be singular. Neither the athletes nor the non athletes. When both are plural, the second verb is plural, so the verb has to be plural. The sentence somehow corrected it. In the original sentence, it has to be has, not have. So the correct answer is B. It has to be have. You can't write has. Okay, here the correct sentence is have. The correction happened in the sentence. Autocorrect creates lot of problems. All right. There are reasons why the government should reconsider this view and open Parliament's doors to a participatory discussion on this matter. No error. What do you think is the answer for question 20? Four more questions, be done, okay? We'll do parts of speech and then we're done. When I see the first answer, I'll discuss and then we'll move on, okay? There are reasons why the government should reconsider this view and open Parliament's doors to a participatory discussion on this matter. No error. Why be Freshwitz? So let's have taken it from the middle of a passage. The government did not allow discussion on the Adani matter, and the editorial said that the government should reconsider this view and open Parliament's doors. The doors of Parliament would be better, but Parliament's doors is accepted. That is why I chose the sentence. Okay. This was written in the editorial itself. Okay. Awkward, but no error. All right. Now, two areas you need to revise before going for the SNAP test is active and passive voice and direct and reported speech. All right. In active and passive voice, just remember the subject becomes the object becomes the subject. So if I say they opened the door, in passive voice, this becomes the subject. So you'll say, the door was opened by them. Sometimes that is not necessary, sometimes that is necessary. So that is the key you have to keep in mind, because the options sometimes make it very confusing. All right. Okay. Long sentence, read and tell me which is the correct sentence. Which one most accurately expresses the entire sentence? Sometimes you need not put the entire sentence in passive voice. So an option may give only half of it. So which one? 21. Active, passive, and direct and reported speech. There was one aspect that I could not do. Parts of speech I'll quickly finish. The moment I see my first answer, I'm going to change. Quick. The government should reconsider this view. Change that to passive voice. Second part, change it to passive voice. See which option has both or one. The government should reconsider this view becomes This view should be reconsidered by the government, and the government should open the parliament's doors. The parliament's doors should be opened to an open discussion. All right. So C is the correct answer. Question 22. Which option changes the voice correctly? They didn't realize that someone was watching them. They didn't realize that somebody was watching them. 22. What is the right answer? They didn't realize that somebody was watching them. They didn't realize that that part is same. So only this part has to be changed, that they were being watched by somebody. All right, this is, I think, a past year snap question, if I'm not wrong. All memory based. So, all right. So now let's just quickly let me see whether you know your parts of speech properly. Match the, so the word down has been used in 4 different sentences, right? Match the part of speech that down represents in each of the sentences and give the answers accordingly. Options are given to you. Quickly, I'll go through it. Any word that's the name of a person, place, idea, or thing is a noun. Any action word is a verb. Any word that substitutes a noun is a pronoun. So I, you, he, she, they, those become pronouns. Any word that describes a noun is an adjective. Any word that tells you more about the verb in terms of direction, speed, kind becomes an adverb. Any word that connects 2 parts, especially the noun with other parts of a sentence, and is followed by an object, is a preposition. All right. Now, quickly tell me which is the correct one for 23. Excellent. I've got different answers for 23. All right. This down is, let me just quickly tell you. Down is telling you where you looked. What part of speech is look? Look is a verb, it's an action. So it is telling you the direction of your action. Looked up, look down. So what is down here? Down is an adverb. Look down, look up, come down, come up, come in, come out. Got it? Second, I fractured my hand when I fell down. Now, if I had just put fell down, it would be an adverb. Fell down from where? The steps. So if I say, I climbed the hill here. Okay, I climbed up the hill. Okay, I walked up the hill. Climb. Okay. Where did you climb? Up the hill. Here, up is followed by an object, so it is a preposition. If I just say I walked up, here up is an adverb. Get it? So when you have words like up, down being followed by a noun or a noun equivalent, that is a pronoun, then you know it's a preposition. We hit, right? Downed here is a verb. 3 enemy planes were hit by us, destroyed by us. Therefore, 3 is a verb. So 2 is A, 3 is D, and filled with down. Down here means feathers. So this is a noun. So correct answer is D. All right. Noun is a name of a person, place, idea, thing. Substitute, when you are in doubt, substitute. Thus, the confusion will be between adverbs and prepositions. Adverb will just follow the verb, can be before also, but it'll tell you only about the verb. But a preposition will be followed by an object. All right. Just work on grammar and vocabulary. Whatever past year questions you have access to, please solve them. All right. Direct, indirect speech. Last question. So here you have to, this is a direct quote. Are you ready for this surgery? The doctor asked the patient. You are telling it to somebody. How would you say it? That's called reported speech. Which is the best way? Okay. So you becomes he. Those rules are there, right? Satyam, focus on vocabulary, past few years question papers, whatever you have. They were online. Last couple of years they were online. We don't have access to the actual papers. You only have memory based papers. So on similar lines and grammar. Okay. The doctor asked the patient whether he was ready for surgery. All right. So answer is D. Okay. So remember articles, prepositions, tenses, agreement of verb with subject. These are the four main areas that you'd be. Then active passive voice, direct indirect speech, and maybe sometimes those simple words and compound words. So in compound words, remember there are hyphenated words, there are words without hyphens. So just go through lists of some common words so you have an idea. All right. So before you leave, again, we are having Snap online classes, 20 live and interactive sessions, 10 mock tests. Join it so that you have proper preparation. Also, we have a personality development program for GDPI, for CAT and other exams. Any doubt? We have a test series for non-CAT exams also. So we have all these programs running. Lot of students have joined. We have 1.5 hour live sessions online course. This is for Snap. We've started that also. All right. Enroll in any course that is most useful to you, or take our test series and uh, uh, give your best. All right. If you like the session, please press the like button, share and subscribe to our channel, and join us for all our YT sessions. See you then. Bye bye.